Hey guys, and welcome to One of a Kind Reviews. I am Paul.
And I am Dale.
And this is this week number 15.
If you mess with me, you got no chance. No chance in hell, you've got no chance.
Alright, and we'll kick things off with Raw. We started off with the New Day coming out. Wasn't too sure what this was going to be at the start. Thought it was going to be, your New Day segment,
I was just very thankful it wasn't the Authority.
Yep, me too, because that's what I was expecting. Either the Authority or Roman Reigns.
Very, very pleasantly surprised to see New Day kick off Raw, so...
And I mean, it was kind of necessary for what was to come.
Yeah, exactly. Well, how do you get Sheamus over?
Yeah, put the New Day with him.
Exactly. And essentially they just introduced Sheamus and he got his little title celebration.
I mean, that's,
confetti and everything.
With the New Day, that's kind of like the only way you can get Sheamus through a 15-minute segment like that, I think.
Yeah. Oh well. He looked very nice.
I mean, yeah, he did. It's weird seeing someone with like a Viking beard and a mohawk in a suit, but...
It's weird just seeing a slicked back mohawk.
Yeah, that too.
It's very strange. And he was very dressed up, like Dale said, so... well, it was a good segment, considering the New Day was in it.
Yep, definitely.
Anything with New Day is good.
Brilliant.
So well done. Obviously it got interrupted by Roman Reigns,
though. As you would expect.
Because he just can't handle the fact that Sheamus is having his moment.
Yeah, he's a little sook like Roman Reigns has a habit of doing.
Yep, pretty much. And that was the end of that segment, and Sheamus ended up with some confetti stuck to the side of his head, and it was very embarrassing.
It was. Alright.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on, we had a rematch from Survivor Series, unfortunately, of Tyler Breeze taking on Dolph Ziggler. Now this was stupid. I'm sorry, but this was stupid as far as booking is concerned.
I was very depressed as soon as I saw that this match was going to happen.
I held out hope for, WWE to do what's the impossible.
What, put the right person over?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or actually, here's an idea, guys. If you put someone over, don't have them lose like a fucking week later to the same person.
Yeah, especially if you have them win on the pay-per-view and then have them lose on Raw.
Yeah, and especially if it's someone like Tyler Breeze who's just been brought up from NXT and needs to make an impact on the main roster.
He should not have lost a match yet.
No, he shouldn't have been in the title tournament.
No.
He should have just squashed Ziggler and fucking feed random mid-carders to him.
Exactly. Perfect.
Feed him more, guys. Feed him more.
We know he's not Ryback, but god damn it.
So, in summary, Dolph Ziggler won. For fucking what reason, we don't know.
With a super kick. For another thing, for what reason, we don't know.
Because apparently when Dolph does it, it's super, super powerful. But like when the Usos do it every 2 seconds, it doesn't do shit.
No. Yeah, even Kevin Owens. When Kevin Owens does it, it doesn't do shit either.
No.
Same with Tyler Breeze.
No. Dolph Ziggler's got special feet, I guess.
I guess so.
That's all I can deduce from that. So we'll leave that one alone. Then we had Miz TV with the returning Lana.
Yep, this was a very cringeworthy segment, in my opinion.
I think in anyone's opinion.
Yeah, I did not enjoy this at all.
Even in Rusev and Lana's opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so it was essentially they were asking about that really awkward love quadrangle triangle thing that they had going on, and so Lana's just sitting there claiming that she didn't go all the way with Dolph, and
not that we needed to know that anyway.
And obviously you didn't, because you were kind of with Rusev the whole time.
Like everyone knows that anyway.
Yeah, just because you uploaded a few fucking Twitter pictures of you guys at Disneyland doesn't mean you're fucking each other now, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No. So, yeah, and then they both got, like, kind of blindsided by Ryback.
Yeah, which was probably the best part of the segment, which is sad to say that Ryback was the best part.
Yeah, and, well, so we should address the fact that apparently Lana and Rusev weren't aware of Ryback's little one-liner that he threw out there, which was, apparently, according to him, the Zigman went all the way.
Good on you, Zigman.
It went all the way.
It's a really strange, the Zigman. Why? Why would
you
call him the Zigman?
Why do you call him Zigglypuff?
Well, because...
That's a topic for another time.
Yeah, I actually have a reason for that.
Right, okay, let's not delve into that.
Not just yet, anyway.
No, and so that led to Rusev versus Ryboch.
Yep, which, I mean, this match ended up in a count-out, which was rather disappointing. I wanted to see Ryback get beaten. Because who doesn't like seeing Ryback get beaten?
Probably Ryback.
He's about the only one in the world, maybe Vince.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, so that capped that off. And then we had a Dudley Boys segment where they dragged 4 tables to the ring.
Yep, at first I thought this segment was going to be a bit of a throwaway, and then realised that, holy fuck, that was not the case at all.
No, they're just repeating what they did on TNA.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking writing people's names on tables and saying that they're going to put them through.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they brought out like an extra huge table for Braun Strowman. That was quite...
I didn't even notice that.
Really? It was like a table that was like, it looked like 2 tables put together.
So it was like what Jeff Hardy's ladder is to other ladders?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, there you go. Gigantic table needed for Braun Strowman. Makes sense. And then we saw the return of ECW original Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, which I was not expecting this. I heard the music and I'm like, okay, maybe like, you know, Spike Dudley's coming back. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see.
Correct us if we're wrong. We don't really remember that theme music,
No,
to be
we
honest.
don't. Because Michael Cole, the first thing he said is, you know, it can't be. Tell me it's not him. Well, what do you mean tell me it's not? We don't know who that is. We've never heard the fucking music before.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that was his way of just making it seem like he knew.
I don't know, maybe.
You're like, don't tell me it's him, and then waits for someone to come out. Because Michael Cole just likes to make himself look good.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway. Yeah, so that just even more added to the repeat of TNA storyline, because Dreamer was involved in that too. But I guess that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was good to see Tommy Dreamer back. He's looking strangely like Colt Cabana at the moment.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed that, but that's the first thing I thought when I saw him.
It didn't enter my head, to be honest, but so that led to the Dudleys and Tommy Dreamer versus Braun Strowman, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan.
Yep, yeah, this match, I mean, pretty decent match. Ended up just being a throw-out match, as you'd expect. I mean, this match is going to continue, or not the match, but the feud, I'm sorry, is going to continue on.
Longest match ever.
He's going to continue on for another couple of weeks,
It's like a 2-week Iron Man match.
Fucking hell.
That'd be mental. Yeah, but then we moved on to Alberto Del Rio versus Goldust in his first Raw appearance, I believe.
Yep, and this...
Or did he be on Raw last week?
He was on Raw last week in a
Of course
tag
he did.
match.
Well, his first singles appearance.
And
since he's
he
come back.
lost. Why the fuck did he lose?
Because he's facing Del Rio.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have been facing Del Rio.
Yeah, no.
If someone returns, you can't just have them pop people over straight away like that.
Oh, you can't have your Goldust.
Yes,
I feel.
But
To be honest, like, okay, when Goldust left, was he really that big of a deal?
I mean, not really, but...
Well then, to bring him back and have him go over your US champion.
Yeah, but that's what I've been saying. Like, he shouldn't have been in that match to start with anyway. He should have been against someone else, another mid-card, you know, talent that they can afford to, you know, can afford a loss or whatever.
I don't think there's a lot of them left at the moment.
Fuck, you could even have Goldust go over Bo Dallas and I would have been happy.
Fair enough. But, yeah, so Del Rio won that.
Yep, as you'd assume by all my ranting about Goldust not going over.
I have no problem with that, to be honest. Like, Goldust isn't someone I see in, like, even an upper mid-card role. So, like, it doesn't bother me that he lost.
Yeah, I understand that completely, but at the same time, if someone returns, even if they weren't that big of a deal when they left,
No,
they
but
should
I
still be
hate-
booked stronger.
I hate that people return and they automatically win for 3 weeks.
Oh, I don't think it should be automatic win for 3 weeks, but just the way they went about it, like Goldust got squashed in this match.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, we'll agree to disagree on that one. Either way, it was, you know, meh.
Meh, yeah,
Meh.
definitely.
Meh.
That we can agree on.
The best word to describe it. Moving on, we had the Usos versus the Lucha Dragons in what was a #1 contendership match for
Yep.
the tag titles.
Yep, and we had the New Day on commentary, which was absolutely brilliant.
Best bit of Raw.
Definitely, without a doubt.
Like, by far.
New
like
Day
s-
are absolutely amazing on commentary.
Like, second only to their 2 other segments.
Exactly.
Basically.
Second only to the other things they did on Raw.
Exactly. So New Day was Raw, basically.
Yeah, they were.
So well done, New Day.
I think New Day's kind of taken the Seth Rollins spot of appearing like 4 or 5 times each Raw.
Yes, they're the go-to now for WWE when things are boring. Which, obviously, things are very boring, hence the heavy New Day involvement.
Yep, which I'm not complaining about. New Day could be on every segment on Raw and I'd be happy.
Yes, because New Day rocks, man. New Day rocks. So, yeah, that essentially means now that they're going to face both the Lucha Dragons and the Usos.
Yep, because the New Day decided, hey, let's do a whole double disqualification thing so no one can be number 1 contender.
Backfired on that one.
Yep.
Anyway. Then we had Sasha Banks versus Brie Bella. Thank fuck Sasha Banks getting airtime on Raw.
Thank fuck. It was needed so bad. Like, I don't even have words to describe how much she needed to, have needed to have a solid run on Raw and SmackDown of just wins.
To be honest, I'm kind of hoping that Mick Foley's comments have kind of woken Vince up a bit.
Yeah, well, if that's not going to, nothing will.
Yeah, well, we've discussed this at length. If Stone Cold and Mick Foley can't change your mind, no one's going to.
Yeah, no mind is going to be changed.
No. So, Sasha Banks tapped out Brie Bella with the bank statement.
Yep.
And then moved on to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match.
Yep, which was Roman Reigns taking on Sheamus.
Sheamus 515.
Yep, Sheamus 515. Says, I just kicked your ass.
Arse. You've got to pronounce the arse.
Not really. I mean, that's how we say it here.
Okay, either way. And, so that one was obviously not going to go the distance as far as that one. Roman was meant to beat Sheamus in less than 5 minutes 15.
Yep.
Which he did.
Yep, which he did.
By DQ.
Yeah, which a lot of people didn't notice. Everyone was like, oh, well, that means, the Usos and Dean Ambrose are getting their title shots.
Yeah, me included, to be fair.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. There was 40 seconds left on the clock, and Roman Reigns won by DQ. They never said that he had to win the title. They just said he had to win the match.
Well, either way, that happened, and that introduced the fucking most ridiculous heel faction, recycled idea that they've done about 25 times.
Or as I call them, the James Bond villainous faction.
Yeah,
because that's what it sounds like.
Essentially, they are the heel to the UN's babyface.
Yep.
That's what I feel.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yep, so this is the team called the League of Nations, which has Sheamus, Rusev, Wade Barrett, and Alberto Del Rio. And I believe soon to be Kevin Owens.
I feel that one of them should come out, or just be on commentary sitting there, stroking a cat.
It'd be very appropriate.
I've been expecting you, kind of thing.
Well, it's needed. I mean, you might as well just keep going with the 007 stereotype.
Yeah. We'll leave that alone, because, to be honest, we could do 15 minutes on the League of Nations, I feel.
We really could.
So, let's not do that.
No.
Moving on, we had Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, which was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Becky just being like, let's just have a match like we did in NXT.
Which, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, if I was on the main roster, the first person I'd want to wrestle is my best mate.
Yeah,
why
not? No. It just makes Becky Lynch's character look fucking stupid.
True, but
being okay, what is the only reason that Becky Lynch should want to wrestle Charlotte?
For the championship.
Exactly.
But the thing is, while she might have said not going to be for the championship, you can't deny that if they were to book her to win, she would have been number 1 contender. Yeah,
that's true. It just seemed a little bit silly to me, but onto the match.
Yep, onto the match itself. Had a bit of a twist in it that I personally wasn't expecting. I don't know about anyone else.
I kind of saw it coming, to be honest. But, so the seeds have been planted for Charlotte to turn heel.
Yep, appears they have been.
So that women can be good guys and bad guys rather than just women.
Yep, which needs to happen.
Which is fantastic, because they do have personalities, not just tits.
Yep. So we had Charlotte feign a knee or ankle or some sort of leg injury.
It was somewhere in the leg region.
Yep.
I don't think she was even sure.
Yeah, and then she used her father to climb up onto the ropes to distract Becky and then get the pinfall.
Did anyone else notice how long it took Rick to get on the apron?
Took him quite a while.
It's not funny. It's not funny. I feel bad because Rick doesn't look all that good. But Yeah, so she got a very, very heelish victory, thus planting the seed of rivalry between Becky and Charlotte.
Which should be interesting.
Thank God, no more PCP or remnants of.
Yeah, that was starting to do my head in.
And I don't even know where to start with the next segment.
Like, what?
So we'll actually tell you what the segment is.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
So they debuted a thing called Adam Rose's Rose Bush.
Yep, which, I mean, it's a very strange name for it, but I mean, it works, I guess.
It was just essentially like he's like the gossip person now.
Yeah, he's meant to be some sort of like TMZ style reporter.
He's like the dirt sheet.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like the dirt is always in bloom, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but it also does make sense at the same time. It's fucking weird. I don't get it.
I don't know, but to be honest, as confusing and ambiguous as that segment was, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, so I can only imagine how much better it would have been if fucking Brad Maddox was still around.
Oh my god.
Again, a topic for another time, guys. Yeah, we'll move on from that because I don't even know where to go.
Yep, we then moved on to the main event of the night, which was meant to be an 8-man tag match with the League of Nations against the Usos, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns.
And then the New Day interrupted just before the match could start and said they were added to the team of the League of Nations.
So yep, now it's a 7-on-4 handicap match.
Yeah, and so that one ended up with... Who got the pinfall in this one?
Sheamus got the pinfall over Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
After hitting a brogue kick.
And thank God they had the sense to actually give the heels the win.
Yeah, no shit, needed to happen.
Because you can't just like debut a new stable and then have them lose.
No. You can, if your name's the Ascension Stardust.
Yeah. See, and that's like booking 101. That's how you debut a group. Apart from like the shitty name.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else you would have gone with.
Yeah, there's really not many choices you could go with there.
But yeah, that wrapped up Raw.
Yep. Alright, and moving on to main event and superstars. We kicked main event off this week with Dolph Ziggler taking on The Miz.
A surprisingly uppercard match for main event.
Yeah, it was really strange to see Ziggler and Miz have a match.
What was even stranger than that was that Miz won.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Why does Miz need that victory?
Well, he doesn't need the victory as much as Dolph needed the loss to give Breeze a little bit of heat.
That's true. But who's going to see it anyway? Does anyone actually even watch main event?
Yeah, literally actually give us this one thing we really need comments on. Does anyone actually care about main event or superstars?
Like, we need to know this.
Because I feel that we're genuinely kind of wasting our time on these.
Yeah, it's quite a possibility.
Because WWE is kind of like
wasting their time on these shows.
Yeah, it's literally just like, who can we put in there to waste time?
Yeah, who can we put on TV just to make them feel good about themselves?
What storyline isn't quite important enough for SmackDown?
Apparently these ones.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, so Ziggler lost to Miz. We then had Sasha Banks beat Alicia Fox. Fuck yeah.
Good stuff.
Rybotch beat Bo Dallas.
As you'd expect.
Damn. And then we had Titus O'Neil versus Stardust in the main event.
Again.
Of those 4 matches, I'd say that isn't the main event, guys.
No, Ziggler and Miz should have been main event.
Fuck that. Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox.
All that.
Anything with Sasha Banks in it should be the main event.
Oh, you got a good point there.
Exactly. Alright, she is the boss, alright? Leave her, yeah. And, yeah, so the main event of main event, Titus O'Neil beat Stardust.
Unfortunately.
Because, I don't know.
I'm getting sick of hearing the words, and this person beat Stardust.
Or the Ascension.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Anyone involved in the Cosmic Wasteland losing is beyond a joke.
Yeah, come on, Cody deserves better than that.
It's beyond a joke at this point. I'm very, very, very surprised that, like, as much as I don't want them to push him just because Dusty died, I'm surprised that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised. No, I'm surprised they've gone the complete opposite.
Yeah, like, we're just gonna make you job.
What the fuck? Way to carry on the spirit of his father.
Yeah, no shit. Anyway. Yep, that wrapped up main event. Moving on to Superstars, we had Heath Slater versus Zack Ryder.
This match almost imploded the universe.
Once again, it was like jobberception.
Yep. We don't know. Like, I thought this match was honestly going to end in one of those, double countouts from both men being knocked out in the ring. Because neither men know how to win, I think.
Apparently Zack Ryder does.
Yep, apparently so.
He remembers how to finish a match from when he had a push like 10 years ago. Yeah, so he won with a broski boot, I think.
Yeah, I believe it was.
It's not even his finish.
Oh, it should be. I mean, his actual finish is fucking terrible.
What, the Rough Rider?
I hate it.
I like the Rough Rider.
No, broski boot's so much better.
Oh, the Rough Rider's better with Mojo.
Definitely. That I can agree on.
Alright.
Alright.
They should just bring Mojo up to the...
Yeah, as much as I don't like Mojo, they should do that.
Just for the tag team.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Ryder that he's in the twilight of his career and this is happening.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Anyway.
But yeah, moving on to the main event of Superstars, we had Bo Dallas taking on Neville.
In the next chapter of their storied rivalry.
Yep. They go from a ladder match for the NXT Championship to main event of Superstars.
With absolutely nothing on the line and nobody watching.
I don't get it.
That's okay, guys. We watched.
We watched.
We didn't watch it.
Not really, no.
So, Neville won that match, and that wrapped up main event and Superstars for the week.
Alright, and now finally on to SmackDown. We opened up SmackDown with a new group forming, pretty much.
A new group that was not really a new group.
Yeah, that
just have a name now.
Yeah, that also have a terrible fucking name.
The Family. Is it because they're family?
All of them are.
Yeah, it's funny because it's just like 3 family members and Dean Ambrose.
See, at least the League of Nations makes sense.
Yeah.
The family doesn't.
No, because I mean, apart from Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose being all like, yeah, we're brothers.
You're not brothers. I'm
no,
sorry.
You're not brothers. And Ambrose should have turned heel like fucking a year ago.
Definitely.
What's going on? So that was actually a very entertaining segment, to be fair.
It was a very extremely entertaining segment because we then had the League of Nations come out. And Sheamus is actually a really funny guy.
Yeah, he cracked a few decent jokes in this one, to be honest. Like, if he does that on the mic, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, have him be, like the cocky guy who's always making jokes about his opponent and shit.
See, I don't like when he's trying to be like a badass.
No.
It doesn't work.
No.
But when he's trying to be the cocky prick, and don't fire me, WWE, I feel it works a lot better in that sense. So we want to mention this, obviously. Yep. This was fucking brilliant. When the crowd was all booing them, and I think they broke into a bit of a USA chant.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, Sheamus just said, we all have our green cards, so it's okay.
And then Rusev kind of whispered in his ear, and then the response from Sheamus was...
well, Rusev doesn't, but he's working on it. He's working on it, guys. He's working on it.
Love it, Sheamus. That's great.
So, yeah, that was easily, like, the best thing about SmackDown.
Without a doubt.
Kick it off on a high note.
Probably one of the best things about the whole week of, like, WWE programming.
Yeah. And for the rest of SmackDown, it was all downhill from here. So, we had Tyler Breeze taking on Neville.
Yeah, I mean, this match was pretty good. I mean, we've seen it before on NXT.
That's very true. Yeah,
but yeah,
a few times.
Yeah, it was a very good match. I mean, pretty much what do you expect from these two?
Yeah, it's a good thing that Breeze got a win back.
Yeah, it was good to see Breeze getting a win back because, well, he lost on Raw.
And he shouldn't have.
No.
Like, in any fucking situation ever, shouldn't have been losing to Ziggler.
He shouldn't have even come close to losing to Ziggler on Raw.
Shouldn't have even been a match with Ziggler.
No, he shouldn't have.
But, yeah, like we were discussing off camera, it's a little bit sad now, because when this match started, we're like, oh, well, obviously Breeze goes over. The Glare goes over. Fuck, man, I forgot to talk there. Yeah, so it's a little bit sad that we just automatically put Neville down as a jobber now.
Yeah, which, I mean, that in itself should not be the case, but... Like, I mean, in this situation, yeah.
Yeah, but what happened?
Yeah, I don't know, he shouldn't be in this position where he's having matches with Tyler Breeze like that.
Do you remember from when he left NXT, the position he was in when he left NXT to when he debuted on the main roster?
I do.
Fucking worlds apart.
I do. I don't get it.
Oh well,
really don't.
Breeze won that, and like we said, circumstantially, that was the right decision. Moving on to the next match.
Yep, we had Brie Bella taking on Becky Lynch with Charlotte at ringside.
Woo.
Woo. Yep, this match, I mean, it was a pretty typical Divas match. didn't go for terribly long, but that's because of what was to happen at the end of the match. Brie Bella inadvertently hit Charlotte or knocked into Charlotte or something like that, and then Charlotte went and had a little sook and got fucking Becky disqualified.
Even though she was like literally at the point where like Charlotte, no, not Charlotte, fuck, where Brie would have been tapping out.
Yeah, if someone punched you in the face and then I had them in a hold where I was about to break their arm, would you just not let me break their arm?
I would let you break their arm, and then they'd be defenseless when I beat their face in.
Exactly.
That's how fucking logic works, guys. That's what would happen in real life.
Yeah.
How's that?
Apparently real life doesn't exist to them.
No, because this is the WWE where anything can happen, including shit that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Let's just move on from
Moving on.
From that travesty.
On to something actually pretty decent.
Yeah, we had a very solid match between the New Day and the Usos and Ambrose.
Yeah. So New Day dominated this one for the most part.
This was absolutely brilliant. The finish to the match was fucking awesome. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, because Xavier won.
Well, with that, and you had I believe it was Jey Uso climbing into the ring, and then he got his knee troubled in paradise by Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Which was pretty fucking awesome.
Copped it pretty hard too.
Yep. And then Xavier Woods hit the Shining Wizard for the 1-2-3.
Yeah, and New Day got the win on that one. Xavier got a rare pinfall.
Which, might I add, we forgot to mention that the League of Nations set up a match later on in the night for Roman Reigns. Oh no, the League of Nations versus the Family. But if the Usos and Ambrose lose to the New Day, they are no longer in the match.
So by result of that, they were no longer in the match.
So they were no longer in the match. It set up a 4 versus 1 handicap match later on.
Yep, and between that match and the main event, we had Devon Dudley versus Bray Wyatt.
Yep, Devon got squashed.
Yeah, it was a very, very short match.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else to say there. He got squashed.
Yeah. Strongest victory I've seen Bray get in a long time.
Yeah, which, I mean, I'm not complaining about it. Out of the two Dudleys, I'm sorry to say, but Devon is the lesser.
Oh, that's obvious. He didn't really have a significant singles run in any capacity.
That's
really.
true. That's very true.
Apart from the TV title in TNA.
And I mean, even when he did do things in, WWE as part of the Dudleys, it was always outshined by what Bubba did.
It was Devon go get the tables.
And then Bubba putting them through the tables.
Exactly. Bubba just stood there and directed him. It was almost like a subtle, racist connotation.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
Get the tables, Devon. Fucking get the tables.
Oh.
We've just brought up a whole fucking thing there.
Oh, God.
Alright, moving on to the main event. So we had the 4-on-1 handicap, League of Nations versus Roman Reigns.
Yep, I mean, this match was what you'd expect Roman Reigns to get absolutely dominated.
Yeah. Oh, he had his hope spots in this one, though.
Yeah, I mean, as you do in your handicap matches, you always got to have your couple hope spots.
Yeah, and it actually ended up with Roman Reigns just winning by countout, which, good for him.
I did notice there was something that they did at the end of that match, which kind of, I could tell they did it to kind of make Roman's win seem less I don't even know what word to use, less pussy? I don't know, for lack of a better term.
Cowardly?
Yeah, less cowardly, maybe?
I feel that that's a more common word than pussy.
Because at the end of the match, all the Lillian Garcia said was, and your winner is Roman Reigns. They said nothing about it being by count out or anything.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so that was SmackDown.
Alright, and moving on to the overall ratings of this week. What would you give this week, Paul?
Probably maybe a C. A C. Yeah, I'll just leave it at a C.
That's exactly what I was going to give it, a C. Just a very average Raw. There's nothing special, nothing bad. Just very average.
Yeah, SmackDown had its moments.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a little bit better than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah, of course.
There was some, like we discussed, there was very significant events, but they were shit.
Yeah, the way they were booked weren't very great.
No, not at all. And you introduced some weird, fucking Bond villain sounding, faction.
Alright, as for MVP of the week, who's your pick?
MVP this week I'm giving to Sasha Banks because she got 2 pretty strong victories this week, and she's Sasha Banks.
Yep, I'll definitely give a shout out to Sasha Banks, but my pick for the week is Xavier Woods. I mean, the New Day were absolutely amazing on Raw. Xavier Woods is the best part of the New Day when it comes to the speaking. And as far as in-ring talent, I mean, he's up there, definitely with Kofi.
Yeah. I'm liking Big E, man.
Oh, Big E's fucking amazing.
Big E's
no
growing
doubt.
on me so much.
Oh, I love Big E, but Xavier Woods is still my top guy from the New Day.
Alright, fair enough. So, on to Jobber of the Week. We both agree on this one.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Becky Lynch lost all of her matches this week, I believe.
Yeah, she did.
Yep. And didn't look very good
No.
in the process. Like I said, she looked a bit silly trying to get into that match with Charlotte.
I mean,
without the title
bar
on
the
line.
fact that she was going to beat Brie, I mean, yeah, she was kind of a pathetic week for her as far as booking and whatnot.
Either way. But, yeah, so,
Yep.
Becky Lynch's Jobber of the Week. On to Piss Break of the Week.
Yep, piss break of the week, we both chose Ziggler versus Breeze, as, you know, as soon as the match came on, we, A, hated the fact that it was a Survivor Series rematch, and B, knew exactly how it was going to end.
Yeah, it wasn't that the match was bad, because the match was pretty good.
Yeah, the match was fine, there was nothing wrong with the match.
There was nothing
itself.
wrong with the match. It wasn't, like, fantastic or anything, but... Yeah, the fact that literally as soon as it came on the TV, we were just like, fuck, Ziggler's getting his win back.
Yeah, which shouldn't happen.
And because, like, at this point, why do you even care about Ziggler?
I don't know.
Why does anyone care about Ziggler at this point?
I mean-
I love Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I know why we care about Ziggler, but
No.
why in the eyes of the casual fans, why would anyone give a shit about him?
No, but, like, literally, like, even us, who watch everything all the
Yeah.
time, right? We've been with Dolph since he came in, right?
Well, not so much me, but like, because I had that bit of a break when he debuted.
Yeah, but, like... From that point, maybe like a year into his career, when everyone kind of noticed, fuck, this kid's really good.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, we gave a shit about him at that point, but his storylines since Survivor Series last year,
Yeah, I agree.
fucked. Like, he had a perfect opportunity to be like fucking skyrocketed to the top of the card.
Yeah, well,
after
it
that.
goes to show how much they've changed the way they book him, in the way, like, when I came back watching wrestling, which was the Raw after WrestleMania 27 or 26, whichever one Taker and Triple H had the Hell in a Cell match at, and Lesnar debuted the next night. The two things I wanted on Raw when I started watching with my friend was CM Punk being there and Brock Lesnar being there. I got surprised by Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And then one of the first people that I noticed was Dolph Ziggler. He was one of the first people to come to my attention, like, okay, I like this guy, this guy's pretty good.
Because he stood out.
Exactly, it was different.
Now he's faded into the background, and he's just a glorified jobber,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, he's a mid-card jobber.
And yeah, that's really sad. Yeah, back on topic. So then on to Match of the Week, which, to be honest, there wasn't really that many contenders.
No, not really, but I mean, this match was actually pretty decent. I enjoyed it. It was the New Day and the League of Nations taking on the Family on Raw main event.
The 7 versus 4 handicap match that
Yep.
sounds horrible on paper, but actually...
I mean, even on paper, it sounds pretty good.
I don't like the... Like, there's 11 people in the fucking
Oh,
ring.
yeah, that's a bit too many, but
It just seems like a clusterfuck of like, oh, you get your spots, you get your spots.
oh,
It's
that's what
just-
any multi-man tag match is.
I know. That's why when 11 people are in the ring, I'm expecting some fucking horrible shit to
Yeah.
happen.
Or like those times where they had those random, like, okay, fucking 2 people against the whole fucking roster.
Yeah.
Those were ridiculous.
Unless it was Cena. That was just good to see him get beaten up, but he
Yeah.
always won them.
Yeah, he always won them.
So that was disappointing. But yeah, so that wraps up the whole week of WWE programming. So that was the whole fucking show. Like, share, subscribe, share our video with a friend. Tell anyone you know who watches wrestling about our channel. Tell them to subscribe, check us out, all that jazz.
Yep, sounds
And
good.
we'll see you next time for some more one-of-a-kind reviews.
Have a nice day.